Hello and welcome to episode 4 of Building Barry's Amusements in Minecraft. In today's episode, I finished the roof as well as build a few more things before tomorrow we build the ghost train. Of course, if you want to see more videos like this in the future, please subscribe. So with that out of the way, let's finish the roof. So to start today's time lapse, we're going to finish the roof. I did do a little bit off camera. As you can see, I built the window frames as well as built the lights. Now, I have noticed this. Originally, the roof was blue during that time in the early 2000s. Now, when I was down in Carrickfergus on Thursday, as you may have saw my video of me down there, I noticed this but didn't get on camera. When we were driving past to go back to Belfast, I noticed this. There was like a small amusement park. I think it was on Lochshore, I think it was what it was called. But basically it was called Panoramic Park, and it seemed to be the sequel to the Panoramic Wheels. All the rides there were owned by Castle's Extreme Funfair, and the rides that were down there that I managed to notice was Castle's Sizzler, Castle's Miami Stomp It, and Castle's Waltzer. That got me thinking, well, why can't the Crescent Park in Port Stewart, at the very back section where the panoramic wheel is there, get Panoramic Park? Because I think it would work in Port Stewart, because there's a little bit of land to build a few rides. Sadly, we would not get Freestyle or Extreme because they're both up for sale. But that's just what I was thinking. But anyways, now we're moving on to building the ghost train facade. I'm not building the ghost train in this episode. I'll be leaving that until tomorrow's episode where we'll build the whole ghost train layout. Now, the ghost train's gone for a few changes over the years, such as the words ghost train in, I think around 2010 or 2012, it was changed to red, as well as it was changed from red to green, sorry. But in 2018, it got a massive refurbishment where it was changed, and I think it was really good because I've seen POVs of the old ghost train and I love it. You're in pitch darkness, and even in one section, you can literally see the fire exit sign. So instead of these dark hallways, you're now in this haunted house hallway, and the facade actually looks really good. Shame that it's all been left to rot now. Now I'm just building a small photo booth that's called the Smiley Photo Booth. Here you can get your photos from the ghost train, the Helter Skelter, and I think Jumpin' Astro. I'm not too sure if it still does it. I also forgot to add in the selfie mirror thing, but I will remember to add that in now. Hey, once I get back on, I just noticed this during recording that it's not there. So that's me just adding in the TVs, completely forgetting that there was a selfie mirror literally right next to it. So I will go back in a moment and modify it. Not right now on screen, of course. Now moving on to the ice ball section. This used to be in the arcade, I think, but I think it should have stayed in the arcade. I'm not too sure what was here before. I think it was a Treasure Island shooting gallery thing, but basically all that's in there is two ski ball machines, and that's it. Now, I must admit this, building the ice ball area as well as building the wee section that comes out on the side of the ghost train was extremely difficult to do. Mainly because there isn't much footage over there, but because the only footage I could find over there of people walking around that section is the worst video of Barry's Amusements ever, which is that horrible video that Park Life made about it, of them going around and ranting about the place. But despite how bad the video is, it greatly helped me out. Now moving on to one side of the bit that sticks out. At this section, this is where the section all like sticks out. Now, I'm not too sure what's in that section that sticks out. I think it might be offices, but from the looks of it, it looks completely empty. Maybe it's just a maintenance area or something that was just added in for no reason. But in the section, the wall features several Disney characters, which I forgot to add in until I realized there was all these big stripes which have Disney characters on it. So as you can see now, I actually thought it was the same as the other section that sticks out where there's just windows, but then I now fixed my mistake when I looked at Park Life's video where he zooms in and rants about how there's too many Disney characters there. Now that's us finished the ghost train side of the main hall. We're now going to be moving on and starting to build the cafe. We're beginning with the small section that sticks out, and in this section it has a really small cover, and this just contains janitor equipment. It also features a small horse, which I left out because it was a little bit too hard to build because it looked horrible, as well as a really small speaker that plays music. Now, beginning with the cafe, we're beginning with the really small semicircle bid that has the words Barry's Cafe on it. This was updated, I think, around 2017 from a really horrible looking logo that just said Barry's Cafe with all these daffodils around it to this much better one that is this more retro looking one that says Barry's Cafe, and it looks really nice. Now, as you can see, I built the wee archways that are in between every single section of the cafe, but then I realised they all looked horrible because I used blocks, so I changed them to stairs. Now I'm beginning with the counter and I'm building the small menu section that features all the stuff you can get. It serves really good ice cream as well as it does crepes and stuff. Basically, it serves everything that is down at Morelli's in Port Stewart except without the dinners. So as you just saw, I connected up the wall and I'm just now continuing extending the menu board because I realised how long it actually is in real life. So I'm now building the floor. It's a mixture of this pinkish red, I just used red, and this grey floor. It's basically a pinkish red in between the archway. It's basically just a marker to show that you're entering the cafe, a different section of Barry's. So now I am building the lights. Unfortunately, due to space and scale, I could not add in the chandelier style lights just because of space, but I'm just adding in the dot ones that come from the ceiling. Now I'm just adding in the ceiling, nothing too interesting here, just I'll comment back on once something exciting happens. So now I'm adding the counter where you can order your foods and drinks. This is where one of the Treffelli sisters works, who are the owners of Barry's. That glass section that's in the middle of the counter is where the ice cream is. So now I'm just building the small kitchen bench. I'm just adding a few sinks in, an oven, as well as the crepe maker. Now quickly I'm just building the small dining room. According to some old footage, a little bit of the dining room actually used to be where that ski ball thing was. It turned out it was not in the arcade after looking at a few videos. So now we're moving on to the other section of the building that sticks out, and that one has the big sign that says super on it, and I think it is used for offices, judging by a few videos I have seen of it. But if you know what's in this section of the building, please leave a comment down below. However, I did go down to Barry's Amusements today just to see how it looked, and I have noticed something at the very back behind Big Dipper, where if you see my other video, you might have saw the cyclone sign left to rot beside the Big Dipper. One of the signs has been stolen recently, and this was a sign saying queue here for cyclone, and that's not good because I don't want other signs being stolen. Even worse, there's a small chance that there could be break-ins. So if you're thinking of breaking into Barry's Amusements, please don't. Now I'm just finishing up with the coin operated rides and the change machine that are out the front of the swing chairs. Now that concludes today's time lapse. So that is the end of episode 4 of building Barry's Amusements in Minecraft. In episode 5, I'll be building the ghost train and possibly the offices if we know what is actually in there. And again, if you're enjoying this series and want to see more episodes, please subscribe and check out my playlist. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.